Welcome to everything you wanted to know about boas. We're going to be going over the complete basics, a whole pile of information, and you're going to learn something today. Give it up for the intro. It's old, the lighting's not that great, but it's special, so enjoy.
Hi! 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 Hi!
Welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you enjoy learning about reptiles and having a good laugh, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
Hit.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it right now. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Hit.
Smash it. Okay.
Smash.
I have with me today Nova. She's my favorite boa, and let me tell you a little bit about her. Originally, I was afraid of boas. All I had to do is hold one for a bit, and then it happened. I realized I need to have one of these guys. The first two boas that I put together were not showing the albino gene. But when they had babies, I was so surprised to see little albinos in the litter. It was just one of the craziest days of my life. It was so exciting, and in that litter was this little girl, and I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She was a big surprise. She's super special to me. She's gonna be here with us to talk about this. Boa means large serpent. Boas can range from the largest snakes, like the anaconda, which is the heaviest body snake that we know, to little canyon sand boas or rosy boas that are barely 2 feet. There are all sorts of different boas. There are Brazilian rainbow boas, there's viper boas, BCIs, BCC. There are over 40 different species of boas, and they can range from pretty big like the anaconda or pretty small like we mentioned already. Boas are often portrayed as vicious in our entertainment and media. People make a really big deal about them, and lots of people even have phobias. And it can be understandable. In some places, the only snakes that are around are poisonous. Boas are not poisonous, but if you came from a place where all the snakes are poisonous, you're obviously going to be terrified and afraid of snakes. When I was a little kid, I remember watching Anaconda in the movie theater, and it was fascinating, it was terrifying, but it portrayed anacondas to be these like flying creatures that are going super fast and just swallowing up people and out to get you. This idea is totally wrong. Most snakes, if they know that you're around, will try to avoid you. And boas are some of the sweetest, most docile, calm creatures that you can keep as a pet. Most of them are calmer than your common cat or dog. So even though we have some boas that can get quite large and quite small, they mostly range from about 4 to 12 feet. Because boas and pythons have quite a few similarities, people often confuse the two. They are both constrictors, so they kill by constriction. Many people think that they squeeze so tightly that they crush their prey's bones. But the truth is, what they actually do is they squeeze tightly around their prey, and as the prey breathes out, they go tighter. And they squeeze in a way that they cut off their prey's circulation, causing them to go into cardiac arrest, aka heart attack. So snakes kill by heart attack. It actually is a lot easier to kill something by cutting off its circulation than it is to try to choke it to death. Boas and pythons have different physical characteristics, reproductive methods, and can be found in different parts of the world. Boas are live bearers, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Boas can be found in swarms. Boas can be found in forests, swamps, and deserts. They are called New World species and are found all over the world. They are found in North, South, and Central America, Asia, Australia, and Africa. And the different species range through these different areas. Pythons are considered Old World species and are mainly found in Africa, Asia, and Australia. Pythons can be found in Florida as an invasive species, but they're not meant to be there naturally. The only reason they're there is because people have released them in the wild when they shouldn't have. The states are not included as part of their native python range. Here with me is a python. Pythons have more bone in their head, as well as an upper jaw bone called premaxilla bare teeth. I don't have an emerald tree boa, but I do have this green tree python. Green tree pythons are found in Australia and Asia. Emerald tree boas are found in South America. The green tree python and emerald tree boas have a lot of similarities, which makes them quite interesting. Both of them start off different colors when they're born, anywhere from neon yellow to orange to red, but as they mature, they end up turning green. There are some special morphs that end up turning blue or stay yellow, but for the most part, they all end up being green. They both eat the same way, they're both arboreal, and they both end up getting about the same size. Boas often move in a straight line called rectilinear progression. This happens by moving their ribs. So, if you look underneath just about any snake, you'll see the scales, they change underneath. These are called ventricle scales, and each one of these scales is attached to the spine. So, in order for them to move straight, their spine is moving like this, which moves the scales, which causes them to almost glide forward. If you've kept snakes or been around snakes, you'll almost always hear someone say, "Oh, you can really feel that. It's just pure muscle. It's just a big muscle." Some people don't realize that snakes actually have skulls and spines. They have bones. They have rib cages. They have those things. Boas don't move very fast. They travel at a speed of about 1.6 kilometers or 1 mile an hour. They don't chase their food, so they don't need to be fast. Boas do not have heat pits, but they are still sensitive to heat. What is a heat pit? Let me show you. So most pythons have these holes in their mouth or on their face, and those are called heat pits. So as you can see, the little holes on the snake's face, those are heat pits. I like to kind of explain them almost like a heat sensing camera. So they're very sensitive to heat, and that's how they see their prey. So even though boas do not have those heat pits, they are still very sensitive to heat and to smell. They can be found on the ground and in the trees. They're what we call ambush hunters. So what they will do is they will hide in areas where they smell their prey. So they're very sensitive to smell, and they will kind of be able to sense where their prey has been trailing. They will find a place in that area, and they will just hang out really quietly and wait until something's within striking distance, and they'll pounce out and grab them. Their teeth are not very big. They actually have very small teeth that act almost like fish hooks. Let me see if I can show you. So their teeth are so tiny. They're like tiny little fish hooks. So they use their tiny teeth to just grab their food super quickly and get it to them so they can wrap it. And that's how the real damage is done. So if you've ever been bitten by a snake or want to know what it's like, even getting bit by about a 7-8 foot snake, it doesn't hurt. It's more of like a piercing, especially from BCI's, regular boas. They will eat any sort of rodent. Rats, mice, guinea pigs, rabbits, And in the wild, they'll eat things like monkeys. They'll even eat other reptiles like turtles, iguanas, so lizards, and anacondas have been known to eat baby crocodiles or alligators. Basically whatever food they can get their mouths on. It's like get their hands on, but they don't have hands. Obviously, bigger snakes eat bigger food. And while they're eating, since their whole mouth is full, have you ever wondered how do they breathe? Well, they have a little tube that is at the bottom of their mouth, and they're able to breathe through that tube while they are swallowing items whole. When starting off with a pet boa, the meals that you're going to be buying them are going to be costing you around $1. And then later on, as they get older, they'll probably cost about $5 a meal, and you'll only have to feed them about every 3 to 4 weeks. If they get really big, then you could be spending about $20 for a nice big rabbit for them. But most of mine are good on large rats. An adult boa could eat a rabbit no problem. Boas have slower metabolisms than pythons. They often take about 4 to 6 days to digest, and obviously this will take longer with a bigger animal and a bigger meal. But it's best to let them sit for 48 hours before starting to handle them after a meal. Boas can easily go a month without eating, and some adults could go a year without eating and still be alive. Now, we don't want to starve our animals or anything. I'm just telling you how far they can go. It's possible. Doesn't mean it should be done. Boas cannot hear well, or at least we don't think they can, but they make up for it with very good sense of smell and vibrations. They're very aware. I don't know how well they can see, but when you do interact with a snake a lot, you'll notice when you come into the room, they'll see you, they'll look at you, they'll follow you with their eyes. How clearly they see you, I'm not really sure, but they do definitely see you. Ovoviviparous. Boas are ovoviviparous, which means they are born live, incubated inside their mother. So, I don't even know if I said that right. But basically the same way a human mother incubates the child and grows the child inside her, inside an embryonic sac, not an actual egg. Same thing with boas. So another thing that separates boas from pythons is pythons lay eggs. Boas will build these embryonic sacs that incubate their babies until they're ready to be born. And sometimes those babies will come out in the sac, and sometimes the sac will break and the baby will come out without being in a sac. From the time boa babies are born, they are self-caring. So the mother doesn't really take care of them. Although, if you're there to watch a boa give birth, if the baby sacs have not been broken, sometimes the mother will come and help nudge and break the sacs for them. They have a lifespan of about 30 to 40 years, although anacondas are not included in this. Anacondas have a shorter lifespan of about 10 years. Now, in the wild, when boas give birth, the babies I like to call the worms of the forest. The babies become food for all the other animals. They're these cute little helpless creatures that are not able to really fend for themselves. So the mother will give birth to them. She'll try to do it in the rain so that the rain will wash the smell of the babies off them and they'll have a better chance. But still, you can think about turtles. 99% of turtles die when they're born. They don't make it to the water or something gets to them. Only about 1% survive, and those ones live forever. So it's a little balance. Same thing with the snakes. Most of the babies just die, but if they do survive into adulthood, they go from being from the bottom of the chain to the top. Litters of baby boas can have even more than 60 babies. It is possible, though most of my litters have been around 20. So if you are considering breeding them, keep this in mind. If you're a ball python breeder, starting off you're usually looking about 5-6 eggs per mom. until they get older, of course. With boas, if your first litter is 20 babies, you have to be able to care for those 20 babies, be able to get them to eat, and try to find them good homes. If you aren't careful, their numbers can become quickly overwhelming. The first time I bred boas, I only put together 1 pair. Then the next year I did 3, then the next year 5, and after more. So you have to be able to make sure that you can do this before you do this. Boas grow slowly their entire life. They can grow past 4 meters. That's not very common though, especially with BCIs. My biggest boas are around 6 to 7 feet. Okay, I got this cute little guy over here to help me, if we can get him to sit still for a bit. Another really interesting fact is boas have the same, or any snake basically, have the same amount of scales from the time they're born to the time they die. So when they're little, they have all these tiny scales, and as they get older, these scales grow bigger. But they don't gain more scales or lose scales. They just get bigger. Okay. This one's so hyper. So consider when buying boas that these cute little snakes, as cute as they are one day gonna get big. Food intake plays a large role in this, and how fast they get there. A bigger home is always better. The 3 most important things that you're going to have to consider is their heat ratio, their food intake, and their humidity. Oftentimes I see humidity kind of being ignored, and they can live without the right humidity. If things are wrong, sometimes it takes a long time for it to show up. But if you're keeping your snakes in too dry conditions, it can cause a lot of problems. So you want to make sure that you have the right humidity. When it comes to lots of boa guides, you see people with really strict we need to keep it at this temperature, we need to keep it like this, but it's a lot more about having the right ranges. When a snake goes out and sits on a rock in the wild, if you temp gun it, is it going to be 90 degrees? Probably not. There's all sorts of ranges that they're okay with. We want to give them the best that we can, but just understand that as long as you're between those ranges, you're going to be pretty good. I'll be doing a boa care guide soon, and there I will talk about the right temperatures and humidity and all that stuff now, but now we're going to just try sticking to the basics. When providing your boa with a home, it's really nice to give them shelves. If you give them shelves, these can act kind of like hides where they can go underneath them or they can go on top. It gives them exercise. Another really nice, cheap, easy hack that you can do is take a broomstick and cut it to the length of your enclosure, and then create 2 supports on each side. So you can hang a broomstick inside their home, and they'll be able to crawl on it, perch on it, and this helps give them a little bit more exercise. Can I get it right the first time? I find that adult boas don't seem to hide as much as babies do, but still being able to give them that shelf idea is wonderful. Now let's talk about UV a little bit. I believe UV is important for all sorts of snakes, even if they aren't ones known to always stay in the sun. All summer long, I enjoy taking out my snakes to give them real UV from the sun, and I truly think that that is the best form of UV. When we think about ourselves, I have a rule. I don't go outside and hang out in the sun until after 3 p.m. and by following that rule, I never get a sunburn. If I was to go hang out around 11 to 1 o'clock without sunscreen, I'm going to get a sunburn. And to get a sunburn is worse than to not get the sun. But to go and just get some vitamin D is very good for you, as long as you're not getting burned. Now, if I go sun tanning, the UV that I'm getting from those tanning beds, studies have shown that it leads to skin cancer. I don't know if it's just the lights or overdoing it the same way with the real sun, or the benefits versus the disadvantages. So when putting UV inside your boa's home, my only suggestion is to go easy on it. Maybe where you're giving them 12 hours of light and 12 hours of dark, if that's what you're doing, give them 4 hours or 5 hours of UV. I would not leave the UV on as long as the lights. That's just me personally, because we haven't had it long enough and we don't know how positive versus negative these lights can be. And it's something that we'll only know in the future. So I'm just trying to tell you to just think about that. We don't really know because it hasn't been around. And as much as we do want to give our animals what's best for them, we still want to be careful. Can a boa constrictor eat a human?
I don't know.
Well, she was checking out Boa, one of my like 6-foot boas, and
It's only 6 feet.
it's 6 feet. And Mariel was like, "Hey, can that snake eat me?" Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Because its head is big. If it's 6 feet, I'm like 5'11". So
This
it
is
can
6
fit
feet.
me.
Okay, look, I'm 6
So
feet tall.
It can fit me.
I'm 6 feet tall. Look, from my feet to my head doesn't even reach.
Because
Okay?
it's curled.
Can it eat me? Look at how big its head is. Its head is not big enough to fit your head in it. There's only about 5 snakes that could really like kill you by like strangling you and possibly eating you. African rock python, the anaconda, the reticulated python.
There's food.
Okay,
You're gonna go.
I'm in the middle of doing something. For a snake to be able to eat somebody, it would have to be 4 times its length. So the person would have to be 25% of the snake's length. So a 5-foot person would not be able to be eaten by a snake unless that snake was at least 20 feet long. So
are there 20-foot long snakes?
yes, there are 20-foot long snakes. That's why it's like you'll always see, like if somebody does get eaten, it's like some kid in Indonesia or, you know,
So it's
in the
never,
forest
like,
or
an
something.
adult?
Most of the time, no. Snakes are not going around killing people very much. When we hear about it, it's so uncommon, that's why we hear about it. Whereas like dogs are killing people almost every day. But it doesn't make the news because no one would really care.
This is true.
But when someone gets eaten by a snake, oh, the whole world is going to hear about it. Bonus thought, snake skin is made out of...
Keratin.
Oh, very good, very good. So snake skin's made out of the same thing as your hair and your nails, keratin. So snake skin does not secrete any oil. So when we touch snakes, they're not slimy. They don't put any dirt on us unless they've been roaming through some stuff. But when we touch them, our skin secretes oil onto them. So we're actually the dirty ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about salmonella too, since you mentioned it.
Well, because geckos carry salmonella.
So it's said that all reptiles can carry salmonella in them, but the big salmonella craze came from back in the day when everyone was bringing in those tiny little turtles. So red-eared sliders were being brought in by the tons.
Like
and
with the red stripes.
yeah, and they were kept in terrible conditions. So they had salmonella and people contracted it like that. But unless you're actually like playing with your snake's poo and putting it in your face, you're not going to be getting salmonella from them. In fact, you have a greater chance of getting salmonella from the little sponge that you wipe your dishes with. Think about this. You cut raw meat, like you just go to the grocery store and get raw chicken. Raw chicken has way higher chances of salmonella than any of our reptiles. So if you cut any raw meat, and then after you're washing it with that sponge contains much bigger chances of you getting salmonella from that sponge than from any reptile.
So I throw out sponges often. They're gross.
Okay, let's get back to the video. Some boas can get rather large, so if you don't feel safe or you feel uncomfortable, don't try and handle it by yourself. Have a friend with you. Although there haven't been, I believe, any cases of anyone dying from a BCI Boa, you should still be careful. Some people have gotten hurt. And when you're scared of a snake, let me tell you what happens. Have you ever been in a relationship where you're insecure or been with someone that's insecure and then they end up scaring you away? Or you're with someone and you're so scared they're cheating on you that you start like, show me your phone, show me this, who were you with, what were you doing, and you become so controlling that you scare them away? In the same way, if you're insecure with your snakes, you're going to scare them. And when you scare them, they might bite you. So you being scared of them could end up being what causes them to bite you. So try your best to not be scared of them. Still be cautious, be respectful. If you need to, give them a little tap on the head first with a paper towel roll or something so that they know that you're going to grab them. But when you go in to grab them, reach in and grab them. Don't hesitate. Don't kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to grab you. And if you're showing your snakes to your friends, don't let them dangle their fingers around their faces because you're just asking for it. The largest boa that I've seen from people just having like breeders is about 35 pounds. All of my boas are under 20 pounds. And the largest boa I've ever seen was at the zoo, and those were BCCs, and they were actually huge. So there are some different dwarf species of boas, as well as localities that stay smaller. Like this here is a leopard boa. So the last two boas that you saw, one was a Sunglow, Nova, and then Luna, the Moonglow. Those are morphs. This here is Venus, and she is a leopard boa. They're actually Sonoran leopard boas, and then there's Hog Islands, there's Calcar Cays, and there's many different other localities of boas. Now, the big difference between the morphs and the localities is this. Morphs are achieved by getting certain genes. So for instance, albino is a morph. And what happens with albinos is if you breed an albino to anything, all the babies will be carrying the albino gene. And if you breed the babies together or back to the parent, you will make albinos. Those albinos are not a percentage albino, so albinos can be recreated over and over again through breeding them to each other. Now, when it comes to localities, these are animals that are not, it's not about their gene, it's about where they're found in the wild. That's why it's called the locality. They are local in the Sonoran Desert for these. The Sonoran Desert, the Sonoran whatever. When it comes to Hog Islands or leopard boas, I'll go with those because they're probably the most common. If you take them and you breed them to anything, which some people do because you can use them to create brighter colors or brighter morphs also, or like enhance the morphs. They're not going to create a new morph. The moment that you do that, and it's okay as long as you're not labeling them as pure anymore. They're like purebreds, so it's just, they should only be bred to each other to continue making more pure ones. And what happens with morphs is you get new morphs and they're really expensive, but then as they become more common and keep being reproduced, they get cheaper and cheaper. Now, localities, on the other hand, will usually be at a set price, and as they become more rare, as their numbers dwindle in the wild, or we can't import them anymore, then their prices start to go up. So lots of the time, localities will hold their value and raise, and morphs will slowly lose their value. But both are really fun, both are exciting. I love working with morphs because it's just kind of like what's new and exciting. But then also working with localities is awesome because that's what the animal would be like in the wild. Dwarf boas and smaller species or localities of boas stay smaller. These leopard boas usually stay under 8 feet. They're usually around 5 to 7 feet as adults. Boas are very common in captivity, and their personalities depend on how you treat them. They can be the sweetest of animals, often calmer than most cats or dogs. They can also get a bad rep though from wild-caught or neglected animals. I think we all know of a certain dog that one of our friends has or somebody has where it's just not a nice dog. It barks at everyone. I know I know a little like Chihuahua Pomeranian that my mother's landlord had, and it would chase me around, biting my ankles everywhere I went, and I hated it. Snakes do not even require a quarter of the attention that dogs do. They're happy if you just kind of let them be. If you spend even an hour once a week hanging out with your snake and having a positive time, they're going to stay calm, they're going to stay sweet, and you're going to have a good time. When you take an animal from the wild, where it had all the free space to go and it could go as fast as it did, and it was programmed to be, safe from everything around it and to attack things so that it can eat, you're going to get a totally different experience than an animal that you've raised from the time it was tiny, that you've fed so it hasn't had to go hunting, that you've handled so it's used to you. You can't expect something from the wild to behave that way. I often say, think about a wolf. If you saw a wolf, you'd be scared. If you see a dog, lots of the time you aren't. And the difference between a wild snake and a captive bred snake is like that. The wild snakes are more like wolves, and the captive breds are like puppies. I think that a boa can make the perfect first pet snake if you're going to be a responsible keeper. Boas are nocturnal, so if you're trying to feed them sometimes during the day, you might get better results trying to feed them at night. But even though they're nocturnal, I find that you can take them out just about any time and they'll look around. They won't be in really better or worse moods between day and night. They will maybe, though, expect food a little bit more in the night. I think another big issue that we have with boas is underpricing. So sometimes there are so many people that get excited about snakes and they want to breed them and they think about making money, and then they breed them, they make a whole pile of babies, they aren't able to sell them, they don't know what to do with them, they have trouble getting them to eat, and then what ends up happening is they either drop them off at a pet store or they sell them for like $50 each, and that's not good for anyone. It's bad for the snakes, it's bad for other people that are breeding them and putting in time and taking care of them. If I see someone selling something that I'm selling and they're selling it for $50 and I'm selling it for $200, I'm not going to change my price because I know the time and work and effort that I put into getting them to eat frozen thawed, to playing with them, to make sure they're tame. When you see snakes that are underpriced, be very careful because when you buy them, they could have issues and most likely they might not have even had their first meal. When somebody pays more for something, in general, lots of the time they do respect it more, they appreciate it more. This isn't always true, and there are some people that get cheap animals and love them just as much as if they're expensive ones. That being said, there really is no difference between a $200 boa and a $2,000 boa, except often the genes that it's carrying, the color that it has, the rarity. That's what the difference between a $200 boa and a $2,000 boa is, those genes. And actually, a normal boa might be genetically stronger than one that has all these morphs. If you see a boa though and you're like, that's my dream boa, I think you're much better off saving up your money and paying whatever it is to get that dream boa than to get other ones that are cheaper, that you kind of like, and later you're going to spend that money anyways. To me, you're much better off just putting that money down and getting it. When you think about dogs and cats, lots of people spend thousands of dollars on them. When it comes to snakes, sometimes people don't feel that way. But if you spend a few $1,000s on a snake, you're getting way better value than a cat or dog. Because if you take good care of your snake, it's going to live about 30-40 years. It's going to cost you usually less than $100 a year to feed. When you talk about sustainability and the way that we waste so much, you compare cats and dogs, even the smallest ones, they're going to eat way more food than a snake will. Snakes often eat only once a week as babies, and as adults, once every 3 weeks or even less. So they're the most sustainable pets you could ever have. Very good for the environment. There is a size difference between males and females. Usually males are about 1 to 2 feet smaller than females. Another thing that I find is that males, when they go into breeding season, they can get a little funny. So you might never have any issues with them at all, but sometimes certain males during breeding season will get a little bit, you know, they're in the mood. You gotta let them be a bit. They're frustrated. But females, I find, even though they get larger, often I find them to be calmer, sweeter. But, you know, that's just personal preference. Also, when males sense males. So I've heard that females, like if a female goes to be with her pet snake male, that they won't have the same issues during breeding season as male keepers, because the male snake will look at me and be like, you're another male, get away from me, this is my woman. Whereas they see a girl and they're like, oh yeah, I want to hang out with you, let's be friends. Boas are absolutely awesome, and they are my favorite snakes to recommend to people as pets. They're beautiful, they're docile, they're amazing eaters, especially if I've started them for you. They grow to a size where it's just like, I don't know, you hold a ball python when it's an adult and it's like, I'm holding a big worm. When you hold an adult boa and you just hang out with it, to me it just feels like more of a real pet, you know? I connect with it more almost like a dog. Even though, you know, some people have amazing relationships with their ball pythons, and good for you if that's you. Small snakes, tiny snakes, they all can be awesome, but I really just love when a snake has a bit more size on it. It just feels good. Do you love boas? Are you considering one as a pet? Share your thoughts below. Tell me about it. If you enjoyed this video, or even learned something, smash that like button and tell YouTube that I'm doing a good job. To learn more about boas, check out the playlist that I made. It's all about boas. You can learn a little bit more about morphs, you can see snakes giving birth, you can see the whole process, learn how to feed them, everything you ever wanted to know about boas, and I'll be continuously adding more. Subscribe and smash that bell so that we can be friends forever.